There we go. Put it in that log and I just don't know how strong I am. What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Out today with the Randall.
What up?
Hopefully we'll find some topwater fish or some sort of fish. There's birds out here going crazy eating stuff. I found one topwater fish on the new Rebel P71, the new Pop-R that they brought back. So hopefully we can find a few more of those. Spinnerbait, crankbait, maybe Ned rig. I don't know. What are you thinking, Randall?
I don't know. I'm trying something different. I know I can't just live on a jig all my life, but I have a jig too.
I had no doubts that that man had a jig tied on. All right, enough yapping. Let's get out and see if we can catch some fish. There we go. Finally got one on the popper. Old Randizzle just got here. Finally, about time. I didn't bring any pliers, so please don't put this in my hand, fish. I did kind of impale you on the side. Hopefully that impedes your ability to get me here, guy. All right, well, there we go. First one on the morning for me on the new P71, the old popper, the new version of it. He's a chunky little dude. Close to a pound, I'd say. Thanks for eating, fella. Let's go see what old Randall the bullfrog's doing. Got him. All right. Second one on the old P71, the new popper, inspired by Baxter the Baitman stream last night. I actually got this from Tyler. Hook sets are free. Tyler, we need to get you on the show. You're a bait, not like Baitman and myself. All right, cool. Oh, this is old One-Eye Willie too. Old One-Eye.
Never say die.
Goonies never say die. That's right. And this guy will never have 20/20 vision. All right, there we go. Number 2 of the morning. Another chunky little, close to a pound, I'd say. Whoa. Yeah, he's got one eye. He don't swim real straight. Cool. 2 so far on this. This is the redo of the P71. I actually never got to fish the older original. For me, it was just always the regular, you know, Rebel Pop-R. The baby bass is what I always threw. I forget what color this is. I'll link the rod and reel, line, everything below. Hopefully we can get a few more on this, but yeah, fun. Throwing a little topwater action. Just walking this parallel to riprap, and I've said it before, like for whatever reason, walking a popper next to riprap and throwing like a buzzbait next to riprap, for whatever reason, I can't tell you, have always been like good for me. I know that's not necessarily the, you know, the regular place to throw these. You know, a lot of people think with a popper, isolated cover, you know, working it real slow, but this guy, I've actually just been walking it like a little walk bait, or a walk bait, like a walking bait, you know, like a spook. And it gives off like a real subtle kind of blurp. Oh! How cool is that? That's exactly what I'm doing, is walking that. You see that fish come up for it? That's funny. All right, well. Fizzing down the back end. I want to catch that 3.5 pounder that I lost right here on the edge that one day.
I wondered when I was going to see you here someday.
How's it going?
Good. DEBO and Randizzle.
You got us.
There. I see you guys here all the time down there on the videos.
Yep.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to see them there.
That's funny. Do you live close? Well, Rich, if you want a brand new P71 Rebel Pop-R, I stuck it on that by the overflow over there on the side of the wall. There we go. Oh, did I lose him? Nope, little dude. All right, we'll take it. Finally one. Switched over to the swim jig. Finally got a dude. All right, there we go, little guy, but we will take him on a day like today that's been a grind sesh. Little pounder. Thanks, dude. On the old Cumberland swim jig. Had to switch over. I wondered if maybe going to something a little bit more bluegill looking would do it. And with, there's a bunch of kind of grody grass stuff in here. Dead, dying, grassy, algae, vegetation. This will come through better than that ball head jig that I was just trying, so. One. That guy does not like vegetation whatsoever. There's another one. All right. All right, maybe we find a little spot of him here. Another little dude, not a monster, but another fish, by golly, after not catching any, switching over to that swim jig. Cool. 2 bites in a row after switching to the old Cumberland bluegill. Another little pounder. That's the same one I was using the other day where I caught those 2 4-pounders on it. It's a great looking color. Like the swim jig a lot. It comes through vegetation well. All right, there we go. Another one on the swim jig. Another little fella, but by golly, that's a fish. Look at him. He's charged up. Say, how is there not a fish on the edge of one of these reeds? Randy, why didn't you want this one? Too small, he says. How did I know he was going to say that? All right, there we go. Another little chunky pounder. He's got a belly on him. Chunky pounders today has been the story. This is the lake that we call Lake Debo. It is known for smaller than average fish, which, you know, that's kind of common on my channel. It happens, but we embrace it. We're out here catching. Just still thankful I can get out and catch some fish. There's another one. Man, look at him take off. Upset little dude. Okay, swim jig in the fish end. Bluegill imitation. Man, I didn't catch anything on that black and blue. It wasn't until I went to a little bluegill looking swim jig. Another dude. Thanks, fella. Thanks there, fella. Windblown little banky point looking thing here. Wind's rolling into it. I'm just trying to cast kind of parallel and bring it across this little point. That dude was sitting out there somewhere. I don't know if there's extra rocks and stuff stacked up. Oh yeah, there's rocks right there. Oh, I'm on a swim jig. That's all I've been catching them on. It's my only one of this color, so I'm trying to get it. I can feel it. It's on a log right here, and I don't know why it won't pop off. There it is. It's because of my Herculean hook sets. I thought it was a fish, and I put it in that log, and I just don't know how strong I am. Keep it, dude.
No, take it. I don't throw them that often.
You don't throw poppers?
You're gonna rescue it for me.
Here, hold on.
Just break my line off.
Nope, stay right there. Hold on. Hold on. That's one of my custom painted ones.
I'll put it on. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's cool. What bait is it?
It's supposed to be like the like a Lucky Craft Sammy. Thank you for getting mine, dude. I appreciate that a lot.
Oh, no problem.
Got one. Well, the old swim jig, been the thing doing it for me today. Not the monster we were looking for. 'Tis a dink, but it is a fish. All right. Thanks, little Debo dink. Not even a pounder. We appreciate you eating though, buddy. Appreciate you eating. No! Well, there goes the old lucky swim jig. All right, fishing friends, that was it for the day. Of course, I lost the lucky swim jig. The exact swim jig I was throwing was this one. It's the new one from Cumberland. I think they call it their True Track swim jig, something like that. But I was throwing it in that bluegill color. It was the exact same one I was throwing in that other video. I had it in the door of my truck from then when I cut it off, and I had just thrown it in my bag. When I wasn't getting any bites, I was throwing like a black and blue, a different swim jig, I think a Strike King. Couldn't get anything. I'm like, I feel like I need to go something bluegilly. There's a bunch of bluegill in here. And sure enough, that's what started getting bit for me. And then like the whole kind of theme of the day, I got snagged. Now, the combo I was using on, now this is an awesome combo that I really like. The rod I got, the Dobyns Champion. It's a step up from the Fury. I think this is like $199. It's basically a $200 rod. Rich Hellabass told me about these and said he really likes this line of them. Really good solid rods. And I've got a couple of the Furies and really like them. I think for a budget rod, you know, just at that $100 price point, they're an awesome pick. Can't go wrong with it. But this one is, it's a 704, meaning it's a 7'4" power. So this is rated for lures 1/4 up to 1 ounce. They call it a heavy fast action, but I feel like it's more of a medium heavy. It's not like your typical heavy. I feel like the Dobyns run just a little bit softer, just a little bit lighter than what they rate on here. They're a little bit of a softer rod. So to me, this 4 power is more like a medium heavy, I would say. Maybe even like a mag medium heavy, like a little bit heavier medium heavy. But I don't consider this a heavy rod, so just keep that in mind. Now the reel, finally I've been able to get out and do some testing on this. This is the new 13 Fishing Concept Z2. I'm liking it. It's an interesting reel. It took me a little bit to get dialed in. I watched Jim Tackle Junkie's review on this. He said the same thing, that the brakes must be a little bit different because I did have to turn them up internally, I think to 5. And I had to put the spool tension a little bit tighter than normal. So it did take me a little bit to get tuned in, but man, once you get it tuned in, it casts nice, reels well. I like the orange knobs here. I don't necessarily like the bright orange. It's a little bit bright for me, but I like the feel of them. They're like this rubbery, and it's actually like a rubbery that grips. I like that. And then of course the big thing with the Z Slide is it also has an additional magnetic brake here that you can slide, and it gives you essentially like 1 more brake power. So instead of going in and turning it from like 5 to 6 on the internal brakes, you can slide this up from plus, you know, negative to plus, turn it on or off. And it gives you like 1 more brake power that you can use on the go. So it's an interesting reel. I'll be doing a full review of this here coming soon, but it was my first time using that, putting it to work. Really liked it. The combo feels awesome. Super light, good balance on it. Yeah, really happy with it. Now for me, the deal of the day, that's actually, that video was like 3 weeks ago. That was one I forgot I had. Fall shortly started tapping after that, leaves turning and stuff, but really it was just targeting any of the green grass, any of the grass that was still live. There was already a bunch of dead grass around, and there was like a green, gross, algae-y stain to the water there. I don't know. It was weird, but didn't get on any big ones. Got to catch some fish on the popper, the P71, the Rebel Pop-R. That P71's a bait they brought back. Really liked it, and I was actually just saying on Baxter's stream not too long ago, I wanted to throw it. Now, that brings me to today's subscribed fishing friend, Rich. Rich, you are the subscribed fishing friend. Thank you so much. He went out of his way after he stopped and talked to us. He recognized us. He watches the channel. Super nice guy. Him and his dad were out on the boat talking, so we got to chat for a while. Super nice dude. Thank you very much for going over and getting the bait, and he brought it back. So I had to pay him back. Dance with Who Brung Ya. I gave him one of my custom painted. It was like a Lucky Craft Sammy. So hopefully you catch some fish on that. He says he throws walking baits more. But yeah, that's it for me. I've got some more fall fishing stuff coming. I need to get my fall lures. That should be Wednesday. I know I'm way behind on that. The fall's clearly already here. But my top 5 fall lures, combos, all that stuff. Yeah, but anyways, I need to edit. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate everybody continuing to support me. I'm trying to keep the videos going. It's tough, you know, with life and kids and a full-time job and everything. You know, what do you do? It's life. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching and supporting me. And until next time.